and then grab your lining with your main fabric. I'm going to make sure that they are the same size, and I'm going to grab a zip that's longer than the side I'm going to sew the zip on. Now open your zip and line it up with good sides together, so the good side of the zip facing down onto the good side of my main fabric and the good side of the lining facing down. So I'm using a plain fabric here. If you're using a print, make sure the prints are facing each other. Now I'm going to use clips for this, and if you want to use a running stitch, use a running stitch to keep everything in place. But do not use pins. Pins can be chaotic in an overlocker and can cause problems. Never use pins when you're using a serger. Or keep them far away from the knife. Okay, so let's set up the overlocker. What I need you to do is just match up your pieces of fabric with your zip along the edge, and make sure the needles are up and the press foot is up, so you can shimmy your fabric in to the machine so that the fabric sits in front of the needles. And when you do this, just keep checking that Now the metal stopper's got stuck under the foot, so just lift up the foot and pull it along. Just ease it out, and then just keep checking your fabric is lined up. Try not to trim any of that fabric away. That's not a good thing to do. Just means that your line's not going to be perfectly straight. Now if you use a longer zip, the zip pull won't get stuck under the foot, and nor will the stopper at the other end. Check the zip works, and it does, and that's perfect. So let's now turn that around and match up the other side of the lining to the other side of the zip. And all you do is hoop it round so it makes a sort of a bag. Do the same with the front. Just line up your pieces of fabric so it's squared off. And match it to the edge of the zip tape. I'm going to clip that together. And once you've clipped that together, you can make sure you set up your machine just exactly as you did before. Okay, so lift up your presser foot, lift up your needles, and then shimmy that fabric in front of the needles like that. Just check everything's lined up. You can see the zip pulls got stuck, the stoppers got stuck underneath the foot again. Just shift it out of the way. I'm just going very gently there. That's why you can hear the machine whirring. I'm not putting my foot down on the power. And then we can trim that away. Don't worry about those little bits of loop. The seam needles have caught. So it will be a strong stitch, so you're fine. Now all I'm going to do is just turn it all through. Just check that the zip works and that nothing's got caught in there. There we go, and you can see potentially there a little purse already happening. So flip that back through, and what we're going to do here is we're just going to give the zip a press so that it all holds steady. So I've got tailor's sausage there, which I've just inserted in there, and just press on the zip and I'm laying it out flat to how I want the zip. I don't want the zip at the top. You can have your zip right at the top if you want to of the bag, but I want to have my zip facing forward actually. So I'm going to just place the fabric like so, and now all I need to do is stitch down the sides. And you can see that the zip pull is out of the way, so it's not going to get caught by the knife. And don't worry, your knife will not be damaged by the zip because it's a plastic zip. If I was using a metal zip, metal teeth, then I would be worried. Now I'm going to secure the end of the serging, the overlocking, with the twist and turn method. And just lock that into place, and I've secured the edge of my overlocking. Just repeat that on the other side, but this time make sure you open the zip. So I'm going to have to clip the side down. If you clip the side down, what happens is the zip will stay in place. So carefully go inside without moving the clips and open that zip. So start this way. So start with the wrong side. It doesn't matter which side. Start with one side, and all I'm going to do is twist and turn so that I've secured the end of my overlocking. I'm trimming away some of the fabric. And when I get to this point here where I get to the zip, I'm going to make sure that the stoppers are lined up and the zip teeth are lined up. And then I'm going to secure the end of my overlocking by twisting and turning and going over where I started. Don't cut any fabric off because you'll cut off your overlocking. So you'll cut off your overlocking. So just careful not to use your knife. You can disengage your knife if you want to. Now just turn everything through. And then just give it a quick press, and there you go, a nice neat fully lined bag with a zip all on your overlocker. Have fun.